Thank you. Well, I'm Marty with Craftmaster. I've been with them for just a little while. I think it was my 29th year with them. So they've grown a lot in the last 29 years since I've been with them. They've very nice, modest, family-owned businesses, kind of grown into a larger company since that time. So we've always enjoyed doing business at 4 states. We've had a good relationship here. We try to give you a good middle price point special order company. I would say that between our custom program, which includes a lot of groups such as C9, F9, M9, design options programs, is that and combined with our quick ship program, which includes the Paula Deen set here. That's over 50% of our business. So it's really important to us that we offer you that opportunity with the correct materials, fabrics, and tear sheets so you can successfully present the product. And it's not that difficult. And they do vary in how they operate, but they all basically do the same thing. Any questions before we get started? Because I'd like to go to product and talk about product. I think that's the most important thing is detailed information. No questions? Could go to the F9, which is over here. Excuse me. Are we about 30 minutes? Something like that, 30 minutes? Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. All right. I would say that most of,
yeah, whatever,
whatever it takes, okay. Everybody should be familiar with F9. I know that if you aren't, I can explain it to you in a very simple way, and also it can be also considered more essential to the customer deciding on exactly what they want when it comes to what pieces of furniture they would like to build either a sofa set or a sectional. And also you can design this for them by letting them choose their arm, their back, and their welt. On the front side are the sofa options. On the back side are sectional options. So that shows you all the pieces that are available. If power is in the program, on pieces that are available in power, you'll see a circle with a P in it. And that means power, which would pertain to something. If you had power here, which you do, this is a P, which is a power. You really can't tell that that has a recliner in it. It's so well concealed, but that is a power recliner, which is an option. The customer says they don't want a power recliner, they can do it without. We don't do manual recliners. This is in our quick ship program, which means it's available as shown, or you can flip it and do it the other way around if they want to reverse it. And you can do it with or without power. So you have 2 power pieces, a left and a right. You have 2 non-power pieces, a left and a right, 2 cuddlers, 1 armless love seat in stock, and then this is a lift cocktail ottoman on casters. Might want to put a little, thank you, appreciate it. So it actually lifts up and comes toward you. And inside here is a handle I've been looking for. Isn't that great? Man, that was like magic, you know? That worked out real good. So the F9 is very strong again. We show it in a performance fabric, which is part of the Family Life handle. This fabric is a performance, which is, that's cleanable. And spot resistance, soil resistant, and then Revolution also is the same idea, coming from a different company, but with the same concept. And the good point of those are that they're all the same price on the frame. And it doesn't matter which pillow they choose to go with it, but once you change fabrics, obviously you're no longer in a quick ship program, it becomes a custom order. If they decide that they'd rather have a crescent arm here, then you can design it for them. And we really suggest you take a pen and circle the items that they want, and circle the pieces that they want, and then write it out for them, and then they can see exactly what they purchased. And you can do it with them by doing the numbers. To build a sectional is really helpful, so you won't get 2 lefts or 2 rights. On the sectional, it explains to you what pieces are available, and you can actually circle those items to build a sectional with. Choose the arm, the back, and the welt.
also say take it a step further and draw the configuration that you're assembling with your customer.
Anything that helps, that's correct, yep. So enough about the F9 at this point, but if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them for you. It's a great program. I will say this, I said that's all I was going to say about it, but we have sofas, love seats and chairs, and shallow seat depths. Some people want a little bit shallower. These are standard of 22 inches or 21 inches. It goes to 18 at shallow. Not on sectional pieces, just sofa, love seat, and chair.
And you mentioned the quick ship, and you said this color. Was there another color?
This is the only way it's available in quick ship.
Okay, is this color, okay.
You can custom order it
In
any color, that's correct. And you can change the pillows. If you change anything about it, even one pillow set, this is already packaged in a shelf, so you can't change it from quick ship. You can still get it, but it'll just become a special order, which is about 6 weeks or so.
And
Okay?
quick ship is what? Just
We get it out in about a week.
Okay.
So let's say 3 to 4 weeks
okay,
compared to 6 to 8
okay.
to 10. No, I'm kidding. So we'll just move. I'd like to talk about this handle while we're here. This is what's called a washable slip cover handle, but it's really good for anything in the line. It's not an exclusive program. They just call it that because it's normally used for slip cover groups. But this is a fabric that's in the line. It's called Norway. But these are washable fabrics that actually can be put in the washing machine and tumble dried and put back on the casings. Designed for the slip cover program, but you can still sell a sofa or whatever piece of sectional, and they can still take the cushion covers off and wash them and put them back on, even if it were not a slip cover. So these are not restricted. Some people do ask about washable fabrics. So this list or this product is washable. And they're not all the same price. They're different price points, but they are washable. So in addition to what's the same price on this is a handle, the C9 solids, which is over there in that rack. You pull it out, it's the non-performance solids. So it's in there, and then there's a handle of just pillow patterns, which are not restricted to anything. They're just shown for that purpose, and then you can take them to the wall, which is in that room, and they can choose any pillow they want, and pillows do not affect the price. Finishes.
What about the washable fabrics? What's the price point of those?
It varies.
Varies.
It's starting price, and then you probably don't go real high from there. I'd say you go from a 1 to a 6 or maybe an 8, but it's not real high. They're not like a Krypton that's expensive. I mean, they're reasonably priced. What was the other question? Any?
We can get those slip cover fabrics on the sofa cushions, correct?
You can get them on a group. Yeah, they're not restricted at all, and they just want to break them down because people that use them for slip cover groups really want to buy an extra slip cover and swap them out and wash them and that kind of thing. But they're not restricted, so they're usable. We're in the line already. They just weren't labeled as washable. The only other thing about here is the wood finish is called Manhattan, and it is restricted because it's a very small leg. It's the only thing in this store that you cannot change the finish on, but this one is restricted. It'll say so in the price list. How many pillows do you get on a frame or a group? If you look at the diagram, the tear sheets, it will show you in the diagram. It also will tell you below the pricing in the price list what item it is, all the dimensions of it, and then how many pillows. It gets 2 A's, they're 20 by 20, it gets 2 B's, they're 20 by 20. All that information is in the price list. And also you can see it on the tear sheet. Okay? Can we move to the next group? I'll kind of move a little faster.
We got nothing but time.
But F9 is a little more of a, that and C9 are really important, and they're all important. Velvets have become more fashionable and a little more accepted. We'll see it over here. Very nice new group. So this group has been very good. I don't know how to explain how much business we do with it as a company, but I think it's a very good look with the curved front. Some people like it. It is a little bit lower seat. I don't know if that's good or bad in the way of retail, but it's been a good seller. And the doe deer pattern on chairs is very good. I'll tell you that any accent chair that Craftmaster has can be two-toned, which means you put the inside fabric first and then you put the outside fabric second, like we did here. The price depends on the highest grade or group number, which if it's a 20 and a 30, you go to 30. and that's your price. You two-tone it. Wood finishes, like here you have 18, I think, wood finishes available on anything, but there's one thing to be very careful about. Every piece of furniture has a standard wood finish, and this may have a standard wood finish of a tobacco, and this may have a standard wood finish of latte. So if you're going to put these together, check the wood finish standard on the accent chair to make sure it goes with the sofa, or make sure that they go together, because otherwise you may end up with legs here that are totally different from the chairs, etc. So check the finish, the standard finish, and if you need to change those to where that they match up, that's great. Okay, so the C9 is a cousin. C9's cousin to the F9. C9 was first, and we didn't have sectionals in any of our design options programs. It was just basically C9 was custom, and we had sofas, love seats, and chairs, and sleepers, I think, and that was it. So then came F9 as a sectional, and that's what really exploded our custom program. And from that point, we came back to C9 and designed sectionals from there. So this created a great big program. And then we went to another program called M9, which is modern, a little bit smaller scale at a little lower price point. So we have a continuance of design options programs because of that success story. But on C9, you're a little bit more traditional looking. You have nail head options here, and you have nail head options on the base depending on the leg that you use. You do have nail head options here on the arm, and two bases you have it on the turn leg and the tapered leg.
He's having kids.
So this is a performance fabric, and again, it's the same type of performance fabric that we're using back there, so you can bring that handle forward to here if you want to use it to show the customer the options for performance fabrics. So you have a 3/3 sofa with a panel arm with nail heads. They don't want the nail heads. There's another number for it without, so you can choose the panel arm with or without nail heads. When you have nail heads, you have an option of 4 finishes: pewter, black nickel, light brass, and dark brass. So if this is in light brass and the customer says, well, I like it, but can I custom order it in another color or another finish? We have nail head finish samples that you can show the customer. They're also in your catalog. So you do have the nail head option to show the customer if they want it. So the way this is done, to give you an example, there you go, thank you, Garrett. And then the wood finishes are on the back of the little ring. There you go. So to get back to the C9 a little bit, we're showing different arm availabilities. Like the C9 has an English arm here, which you do not have on the F9. Also in the C9, you can order a blend down upgrade, so you get blend down. When we say blend down, we're talking about the seats and the toss pillows. So that's available on the C9 where it's not available on the F9. On the C9 is available a leg option with finish options. So the turn leg and the tapered leg can be done in 18 wood finishes, where you can't do wood finish changes in the F9. So you have blend down options here, but you don't have motion options here. The motion's over there, the power motion. So there's a trade-off basically, that you have different options for different programs. The C9 also is available in a shallow or a standard seat depth, the same as the F9 in sofas, love seats, and chairs only. We're showing an LC9 chair, which is a leather version of C9. We like to just keep it, make it more and more complex, but basically you have 50 leathers that you can choose from, or your customer can choose from, and they're all the same price. So you show the customer it's all top grain. There are no leather matches. There's no vinyl. This is all 100% leather. You can do it in 50 leathers, one price. Tell your customer to choose what they want. This is actually a swivel chair in the same program. The LC9 is the same thing as the C9, but it's in leather only. You can't put a skirt on our leather. We have to have a tight back on for leather. It's just something we have to do there. I think that's pretty standard. I don't know of anything else other than that are changing, other than changing it, except for here you can choose your welt on the C9, where you can on the F9. You can do the arm, back, base and welt on the LC9. Not on the fabric, it always comes with welt, but on the leather you can change that's a saddle stitch. You have a choice, saddle stitch, French seam, or welt. Anybody have a question?
Just to kind of recap a little bit. So the C9, you can do a standard seat depth, or you can do a shallow seat depth. The C9 has 6 arm choices. The F9 has 4. So 6, 4. C9 is only ever a T-front cushion. So how the cushion wraps around the front of the arm. The F9 is a flat front cushion. You can change the stitching on the F9.
Cannot.
Or the welt.
Cannot change the weld. Oh, yes, you can. I'm sorry. I'm
the
sorry.
F9 you
Garrett,
can change, the C9 you
I'm
cannot.
sorry. I'm sorry.
The C9 you can't change the welt, but the
C9
F9
you
you
cannot
can.
change the welt.
That's right.
The F9 you
You
can.
can,
change.
okay.
That's right.
okay.
That's right.
And then the base. So the leg finish, you can make it skirted. You can have a bunch of different options on the C9. The